What's up, YouTube? Okay, we are going to sharpen that little Eafengrow EF11 rust lock. This claimed to be D2. Gonna see how the steel feels. Should have done this, wanted to do it freehand, but a couple people asked they want to see more fixed angle stuff, so you're gonna get some more fixed angle stuff. This is just a 220 grit diamond plate. Can you all see? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. I set this at 20 degrees, 40 inclusive. Whatever steel this is, it's quite soft. That's not to say it's not D2. It could be. But whatever it is, it's definitely not hard. I'd say this is at like 58. It's pretty soft. Could it be D2? Possible. Can't tell. I'll do a PMI on it and we'll see what it is. I don't believe this is D2 though. The wear resistance. I mean, D2, even when it's ran, you know, it's fairly soft, still has some wear resistance to it. This does not have no wear resistance at all. It's probably 8.7 or 8CR. But this is going to be a cool little user knife. I'll definitely get my $9 worth out of it. Very soft. Really soft, actually. I don't even think this is 58. You know, this feels like some 55, 56 HRC 1066. It's just soft stuff. Very soft. I would have been genuinely surprised if this was D2. Fix that little misgrind right there, the plunge. Also, I'm actually glad I'm sharpening this on a fixed angle. That's part of why I did it, and I just thought about it now, but I made a video recently showing how to sharpen straight edge knives on your freehand, and you know what causes you to get issues when sharpening a straight edge knife. And I said I would explain to you how to not do it on fixed angle too. If you watch the freehand video, you know it's all in not tilting the blade this way, making passes this way, but when you're coming off the stone, keeping that knife level and not dipping. Well, on these, it's all in the keeping the stone moving. Never focusing on one place very long. Always keeping the stone moving. As soon as you stop and work on one spot, you start throwing in error. And the more you do it, the more error you'll throw in, and before long you'll have a recurve or you'll have just a wonky bevel. As long as you keep the stone moving, like see here on the tip, this has got a good bit more to go. I could stand here and just do this and focus on that tip, and I'm gonna start throwing problems in. So you want to you don't want to set and work on one spot and make more passes on that one spot than you do the rest of the edge, because exactly what will happen is you'll start throwing error in immediately. And the more you do it, the worse it'll get. Like that, staying on that maybe 2 or 3 passes more than anywhere else, that's not going to cause a problem as long as I only do it 1 or 2 times. Now, if I sit there and keep doing that, I'm going to cause myself issues. Well, if I work on the tip, it's starting to make the tip kind of want to swoop up. We don't want to do that. Keep that stone moving. Almost. It's misground a little bit at the tip. You're almost there. Should be full burr. Yeah, I'm actually going to have to work this back here. I don't want that little shark's fin I want to get rid of that. What I mean by a shark's fin is a smile is kind of starting here. Actually, I might not be able to correct it because of the plunge. I think I can correct that to some extent. Since I work the other side more, I'm actually going to work this side a little bit more to kind of catch it up. And definitely remove more steel off the other side. Yeah, I cleaned it up a little bit, but it's still there a little bit. I don't want to just waste too much steel. Plus, it's actually catching the actual plunge, so I'm not going to really be able to do anything about it. You know what? We're going to go ahead and change. I'm just going to put it at 600 on this. This is actually a really aggressive 600, so realistically more like a 450, 500. It didn't come very sharp out the box, I will say that. Even though the edge was decently well formed, it did not come very sharp out the box. Let's see how this stuff deburrs. That's going to tell us most about if this steel's done okay or not. But judging by the lack of wear resistance, I'm going to say this is most definitely not D2, and it is run very, very, very soft. Now I will say, through this sharpening, I have actually felt the steel getting slightly harder. So I believe that factory edge was overheated a little and fatigued. Possibly got it a little too hot, because the steel definitely feels slightly harder now by a noticeable amount. And not placebo effect neither. I mean, I can definitely tell that the steel is harder now than it was. So, you know. Let's see how much retained austenites in this stuff. Right now we're just working that burr back and forth, refining it and fatiguing that burr. That burr is not wanting to just come off, so one more and see where we're at. Okay, let's go to a stropper strop. Stroppity strop, strop, strop. And we are going to go, because I can still see the burr on there to some extent. We're going to go with big boy. We're going to go with 15 micron. This is CBN. We're going to go 15 micron CBN. That stuff pretty much deburrs anything. It's super aggressive. It's pretty much the only time I use it is when I really, either 15 micron CBN or 15 micron diamond. Pretty much the only time I use it is when I'm having a stubborn burr, because it's very, very aggressive. I mean, as it should be. It's 15 micron, you know, it's gonna do some cutting. You got a stubborn burr, that or 20 micron, it will take it off. I do not like stropping this much, even with a very large micron. I don't like dropping this much off the stones because it's taking away a little bit of bite each pass. That's just the nature of stropping. And I typically, when a steel deburrs really well, I like to make literally one or two stropping passes is ideal for me. I do not like to make much stropping passes. Not when I'm coming straight off the stone. Okay, let's see where we are. Oh, let's do this. Nice aggressive edge. I don't feel any burr on there now. You know what? Give me just a sec. I do believe there's a little bit of burr on there. We're going to go to straight leather. I'm going to drop it slightly over angle. There's no compound on here, it's just bare leather. I do believe there's some little burr fragments on it. This there is much better. The steel is very soft. The steel is definitely on the soft side. Yeah, good edge, good and sharp. Easily popping hair. Yeah, easily popping hair. Steel's definitely on the soft side. It's probably, still like, I'd say maybe 5 or 7 CR, something like that. It's going to be some yarn frame, some quite low wear resistance stainless steel. I guarantee it. It is not D2. And it's going to definitely be on the soft side. Now, like I said, through that sharpening, I did feel the steel getting harder. as I was removing some materials, so I probably had a cooked edge to some extent. And it may be a point or two harder than it is right now once I'm in clean steel. But it's going to be soft. I'm going to say this is like 56, 57 HRC. Whatever it is. And it's probably, if I had to be willing to bet, I'd say it's 5 CR. Make sure there's no more burr fragments on there. And now, just to bring the keenness up a little bit, I don't want to kill off any bite, we're going to go to some 2 micron. These I'm dropping slightly under angle, maybe like 1/4 of a degree under. I just want to barely be kissing that apex because I do not want to kill any of my bite. Steels like this need all the bite we can get. And that should have that quite a keen edge. Easily push cutting. Let's see. Keep you guys in frame. Can y'all see? I actually believe this will whittle. If it won't, if it's close, you get a hair. Yow. That bad boy was in there. Now the question is, can I get you guys to be able to see it? Okay. Let me lock the focus here. Okay. No, not quite whittling. It's almost catching. It did whittle, yep. Can y'all see it? And it just tree topped it. It's on the verge of whittling. I don't consider it whittling if it catches sometimes. If it's whittling edge, it'll catch every time. It's whittling, yeah. It's almost whittling. So anyhow. Oh, $9 knife. Pretty freaking cool little knife too. I did some cutting with it on the factory edge. You can see where the scratches are on it. Up here. But cool little knife. Absolutely worth $9. All right, guys.